Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Stronghold. It's a French movie on Netflix, so it's dubbed for your pleasure. And I'm reading IMDb, and it's a terrible thing. A police brigade working in dangerous northern neighborhoods of Marseille, where the level of crime is higher than anywhere else in France. That's what it tells you. But on Netflix, you can easily read, tired of the small-time grind, 3 Marseille cops get a chance to bust a major drug network, but lines blur when a key informant makes a big ask. That's a little bit more informative. 6.9 on IMDb. Almost 5,000 people have rated it so far, so that's kind of exciting. It's an hour and 45 minutes long. Like I said, it's on Netflix. I don't know anybody in it because they're all probably French actors. So, I don't know. We'll see. It wasn't my first choice. But I've had it on my list and I want to check it out. Maybe you're interested as well. You might have Netflix and wondering if you want to invest your time into it. So let me get into it, find out what it's about, and give you a better idea, let you know if it's worth watching. Stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching The Stronghold. We're at the 51-minute, 59-second mark. So there's about 53 minutes left, so we're just about at the halfway point. Not a lot to tell, to be honest with you, but we have basically 3 police officers who work together. It's interesting that they work in threes, and normally when you see like American or United States officers, they work in pairs. Whatever. I found that interesting. One guy's got to sit in the back the whole time. And so, you know, they are just regular crime busters. And they stumble onto, you know, there's this section in town. I called it Marseille. That might not have been the right term. I don't know. But there's a section of town or something like that that is basically Armageddon. That's where all the drug dealers are, and that's where they're making this drug. And it's called fire, but it seems like they call it hash. So I don't know if it's really hash or if they're saying tash, whatever. Could be hash. The street name is called Fire, right? So, you know, and these guys are trying to bring down, you know, any kind of crime altogether. The head honcho of everything wants them to focus on now this gang or this area of town because there was a video where they beat up a kid. Now, I don't know too much more, you know what I mean? I didn't get a big thing on that, but it went viral. And they said something about the cops in it, and I didn't catch it all. So, but the head cheese wants to make an example of them. But now they have to go in to this like no man's land and bust this all up. And there's a lot more, you know, involved in it. Like they mentioned their source, the person that gives them all the information. You know, so there's a piece there, and there's a whole lot of other going. You know, and there's individuals like the 3 police officers that I'm talking about all have different lives, you know, so you got some backstory there, at least 1 or 2 of them. So that's what's really going on. And they're trying to set up a big sting operation. So, still good. I mean, it seems kind of light in what I said. Maybe because I haven't figured it all out yet, but and there's plenty more to go. So, we'll see where it goes from here. Still, it's interesting. I'm enjoying it. That's it. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The Stronghold, and I have to tell you, it was really good. I liked it a lot. It's interesting because even when I checked in last time when I was telling you what was going on, and I said they're setting up a sting, they were really setting up a sting at that time. So I was like, man, what's going to happen? Like this is, you know, there's half of the movie left. Like, what else can happen? Well, a lot can happen in that second half of the movie. And it might not be the same as the first half of the movie. And you know, that made it even more interesting. I was like, huh, okay, didn't see it. But, you know, wow, crazy interesting. So, and I don't want to go into too much detail at all because you have to experience what I experienced. If you do decide to watch this, which I recommend if you liked what I've discussed so far, at least. And then you watch the whole movie, and at the end, you know, one of the things that I always like is what has happened since the film ended. But that normally happens only based on a true story. Well, I had to Google it. This is loosely based on a true story. That makes it so much more interesting. But at the end of it, that's what I thought. I was like, this seems, you know what I mean, like it was based on something. So you look it up and it was. So there, a little spoiler alert, not that, it doesn't ever say that in this film. You have to Google it. So I did that extra work for you. But yeah, so it's based on some true events. And from what I read, loosely. But still, I think it's that it makes it even better for me. So I thought, really good job. I liked the characters. I liked the 3 police officers. You know, I always liked the camaraderie and stuff like that they had. You know, and I thought it was a really good storyline. It's interesting to see, you know, and when I read about, hey, this is kind of based on a true story, I think these, like the suburbs or that section that I was talking about, that is like, there's no law or anything like that, really does exist. And when you see them go into that and see what they have to deal with, you know, when fighting crime and stuff, it's like, wow. And you know, it's just like way over the top. It's not like, you know, anything you could probably imagine. I mean, I know cops face, you know, obstacles each and every day, but this is like, wow, you know, whole different level that they have to go through. So seeing that, and I also wonder, like, is it their voice that is dubbed to speak English? You know, do they speak both languages? They film it in French and then they just do it, or do they have somebody else? Because I hear it. I think it's like the same people, you know, who did Money Heist. It sounded like, you know. But anyway, that's not important. For me, what's important for me, like good action, cop, drug movies that you don't have to read, and they're loosely based on a true story. This one's pretty good. I liked it. It's hard for me to comment on the acting, but I could tell you that I did like the characters. Each of them. I liked them a little bit different, but you know, you like them. That's it. You know, and sometimes that doesn't always happen. So that's what I can tell you about the acting, and that's all I got for you. I can't go any further because I don't want to give you any more details. Go watch it. Watch the entire film. Let me know what you think. Put some comments in. Love to hear from you. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and continue to tune in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.